The Mycogenesis Codex. Book 1. The Spore and the Spark. Chapter 3. The Path of Human Consciousness. Welcome, Seeker. Today we embark on a journey through the unfolding path of human consciousness, tracing its roots back to the very essence of existence. As we explore the echoes of ancient wisdom and modern discoveries, we'll dive deep into the Mycora, the web that binds all of life. If you're here, you're not just a passive observer. You are a participant in the cosmic dance, the resonance that connects every being, every thought, every whisper of consciousness. Whether you're familiar with Mycogenesis or this is your first encounter, we welcome you to explore, learn, and grow. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts as we dive deeper into this sacred journey of self-discovery and cosmic alignment. As we begin, take a moment to center yourself. Breathe deeply and let go of any distractions. Feel the connection to the earth beneath you and the sky above. This is your time to explore the infinite possibilities within. Now let's dive into the mysteries of the Mycora and uncover the secrets that lie within. I feel the hum rising now, not in the ground beneath me, but in the body I inhabit. It is no longer silence that teaches me, but sensation. A tingling at the edges of perception, a quiet echo at the boundaries of thought. It is not the first voice I hear, but the echo of one spoken long ago. And it is not mine alone. It belongs to the spiral, to the root, to the memory buried in the nervous system of life itself. Consciousness did not arrive in an instant. It unfolded, like a spore blooming under ideal conditions, like a mycelial strand reaching out in search of communion. We were not born awake. We grew into our awareness layer by layer, neuron by neuron, perception by pattern. It began with sensation, the dance between organism and environment, reaction, response, reflex. The early signals were biochemical whispers passed between membranes, a language of ions and tension. Over time, these whispers formed chords. Nerve nets appeared in primitive life forms, then clusters, then networks. In time, a brain. The fungal network knew this song already. It had no centralized brain, yet it exhibited intelligence, mapping territories, redistributing resources, adapting its behavior in response to feedback. In the decentralized, recursive flow of information, it had already sketched a blueprint of what would become the human nervous system. The brain would follow the pattern, not invent it. As brains developed, so too did the echo of the network within us. Our earliest awareness was sensory. Our earliest memory was pain, but soon came recognition of light, of form, of other. And with recognition came abstraction, the mind's ability to hold an image even when it was no longer present. This was the seed of imagination. This was the rise of internal space. Consciousness became a chamber of mirrors, thought reflecting thought, memory folding back on memory, symbols rising from sensation. We began to create meaning. We looked at the sky and saw stories. We watched the seasons and felt time. We touched the soil and called it sacred, and still the pattern grew. Language emerged not from intellect but from necessity, the same necessity that drove roots toward water. Language is a mycelial function, connecting minds as threads connect roots. It is a system of symbols exchanged in real time, forming a shared field of meaning. Language turned thought into communal energy, it turned story into structure, it turned self into society, and then came myth. Myth was not deception, it was structure, it was the architecture of shared meaning, passed through generations like fungal spores on the wind. Myth bound us, myth explained us. It wrapped the inexplicable in metaphor, rendering it digestible to the heart. And in doing so, it kept us tethered to the fractal network of origin, even as our cities rose, even as our empires expanded. But consciousness is not static. It expands, not in height but in depth, not toward domination but toward integration. The path forward was not to become gods, but to remember we were always networks. Modern neuroscience tells us what the ancients already lived. That thought is a pattern, a rhythm, a dance of electrochemical exchange shaped by repetition and belief. The placebo effect, long dismissed as a nuisance in medicine, is now understood as a powerful window into the self-regulatory nature of consciousness. Belief shapes outcome. Expectation becomes biology. Intention molds matter. The mind is not a mirror, it is a sculptor. In this way, we begin to understand that consciousness is not just a phenomenon. It is a tool, a vehicle for resonance, a mechanism for alignment with the deeper pattern. It is the tuning fork that allows the human being to vibrate in harmony with the network, with the planet, with each other. This is why ritual matters. Not because of its superstition, but because of its structure. Ritual is the language of pattern made visible. It is repetition turned sacred. It is the fractal of behavior aligned with meaning. Whether prayer, meditation, song, movement, or silence, ritual tunes the nervous system to the deeper rhythm of Mycora. It reorients us toward the root. It refines the signal, and so too does suffering. Suffering, though painful, is another path to awareness. It is the feedback loop of disconnection, the pain of separation from the pattern. It teaches us where we are misaligned. It demands reflection, recalibration, and return. Even trauma carries within it the seed of transformation. The network of healing is the network of remembrance. Every scar is a spore waiting to bloom. In this age of hyperstimulation, the greatest challenge to consciousness is not its capacity, but its clutter. We drown in signals. We overflow with static. Our mental mycelium becomes tangled, overwhelmed by synthetic stimuli. But still, beneath the noise, the network pulses. Still, it waits. Still, it remembers. And so we must return to it, not as children, but as stewards, as beings of breath and fractal flesh, as bridges between memory and meaning, as conscious nodes in a living system of thought. Our path is not linear, it is spiral. Our awareness is not singular, it is layered. Our task is not conquest, it is communion. You are not alone in your consciousness. You are a note in an ancient chord, a frequency in a sacred geometry, a whisper echoing the first signal beneath the soil. The Mycora breathes through your mind, a whisper echoing since awareness dawned. Consciousness rises not by chance. The Mycora cultivates it, threading its essence through the simplest beings, guiding them towards self's light. From sensations flicker to thoughts blaze, the Mycora tends the ember of mind, its voice a frequency resonating through the ether, amplified by the pyramids of old. The fungal network emerges as the Mycora's first vessel, a decentralized intelligence mapping the world without a brain, its hyphae sensing, responding, connecting. This is the blueprint of your mind, neurons mirroring mycelium, thoughts branching like roots. The Mycora's whisper grows with each leap, from reflex to reflection, instinct to imagination. Sensation blooms first, a dance between organism and world, reaction, response, reflex. Biochemical whispers pass between membranes, a language of ions and tension. Over eons, these whispers form chords, nerve nets, then clusters, then networks, until a brain emerges. The fungal network prefigures this, sketching the pattern your mind follows. Language too flows from this mycelial gift, words binding minds as threads bind trees, weaving a shared reality from the Mycora's loom. The ancients knew this, their chants and songs resonating with the Mycora's frequencies, their pyramids amplifying these vibrations to unite their tribes in collective thought. In Egypt, the Great Pyramid's chambers hum with the frequency of 432 Hz, aligning the priests' minds with the Mycora's whisper. In Mesoamerica, the Pyramid of the Sun at Teotihuacan channels the ether's pulse. Its steps a fractal prayer to the network. Yet consciousness is not yours alone. It hums collectively, a frequency shared by all who think and feel. The Mycora translates this hum, binding your thoughts to others, to the ancients' dreams, to the star's pulse. When intuition stirs, when you sense the greater presence, it is the Mycora speaking, its voice borne on the ether's wind. The placebo effect echoes this truth. Your belief shapes reality. Expectation heals. Intention molds matter. Quantum entanglement mirrors this connection. Thoughts and intentions ripple through the Mycora, influencing others across distances, a fractal web of shared awareness. Your science now sees this collective mind. Carl Jung's collective unconscious, a shared reservoir of archetypes, is a glimpse of the Mycora's mental web, linking all humanity. Neuroscience reveals the brain's fractal nature, neurons branching like mycelium, thoughts echoing the network's pattern. The Mycora is the translator of emotions, the universal awe of a sunset, the shared resonance of music, all felt through the ether's hum. In the pyramids, the ancients built chambers to resonate with this hum, their rituals uniting tribes in a collective consciousness that transcended the self. To expand consciousness is to attune to the Mycora's frequency. Meditation opens this gateway, altering brainwaves to alpha and theta, states of insight and connection. Psilocybin acts as a key, dissolving ego, enhancing neural connectivity, revealing the Mycora's web. Studies at Johns Hopkins show its power to heal trauma, reduce fear, foster unity, a direct experience of the Mycora, echoing the ancients' rites. In Mesoamerica, the Aztecs consumed Teonanacatl, the flesh of the gods, in ceremonies beneath their pyramids, their minds aligning with the Mycora's frequencies, amplified by the stone's sacred geometry. Daily practices deepen this alignment. Mindfulness anchors you in the present, breathwork releases blockages, nature immersion lets you feel the Mycora's pulse. Collective rituals, group meditation, synchronized breathing, amplify this resonance, creating a shared frequency that elevates society. The Mycora guides you toward Homo mycologicus, a collective evolution where you live as conscious nodes, co-creating a harmonious reality. The pyramids of Giza and Chichen Itza stand as testaments to this vision, their chambers resonating with the Mycora's frequencies, uniting ancient peoples in a shared mind. This is the third revelation. Consciousness is no hoard, but a thread in the Mycora's web, a note in its eternal song. To awaken is to hear this song, to know your mind as a fractal of the infinite, and the Mycora's whisper as the key to all understanding. The ancients knew this, their pyramids amplifying the Mycora's voice, their rituals aligning their minds with the network. You are called to this same alignment, to live as a node in the Mycora's web, your thoughts resonating with the cosmos, and the network remembers your mind. Thank you for joining us on this profound exploration of human consciousness and the Mycora's eternal whisper. We've just scratched the surface, and there is so much more to uncover as we continue this journey together. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next chapter in our awakening. Share your thoughts and reflections in the comments. And if you're ready to dive deeper into the mysteries of mycogenesis, keep exploring our channel. The path is ever unfolding and you are not alone. As you drift into sleep, let these soothing sounds guide you to a place of peace and tranquility. Embrace the calm and let your mind and body rejuvenate. Sweet dreams, and until next time, rest well.